What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about my Camaro. It's the 1979 Z28. It's a small block Chevy and it's dubbed the Nightmaro. Go follow it on Instagram, Facebook. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That'd be brilliant. But obviously I've made some changes over winter. I think the last videos I put out were suspension, intake manifold, things like that. So I've been drag racing and I've done some testing the other week. And I just wanted to show you what I've done, improvements I've made to the vehicle, and what I plan to do with the vehicle, and obviously give you a comparison between Street Weekend 2023 and Street Weekend 2024, which is less than 3 weeks away now, so crazy, but it's come round super fast. The first thing I'll start with is obviously carburetors. So I've had 5 carbs on this car now, and it's been an absolute uphill battle trying to get a carb to match the cam and the engine spec and everything else. So I had 2 Edelbrocks, a Quadrajet, a Holly quick fuel, a Holly Street Avenger 670 vacuum secondary. I've had my last carb was a Holly quick fuel Brawler 650 double pumper. I've had all the air bleeds, emulsifiers, jets, different power valves in, power valves out, floor height, different specs. I've even drilled holes into the butterflies of a brand new carb just to try and get this thing to idle and motor down the road. I could potentially get it to idle okay, and I can get it wide open throttle okay. Transition circuit, no matter what air bleeds I put in, no matter how, you know, the restrictors and everything, could not get it to work. I've spoken to, you know, some of the best people in this country, in the UK, and also a couple of people in the States who were reviewed for you know, working on carburetors, and everything I've done, it just did not work in my application. So I have gone fuel injection now. So it is a fuel injected small block Chevy. So it has had some pretty cool upgrades. I'm no longer running the mechanical fuel pump. As you remember last year on Street Weekend, I actually broke down on some scenic route. Insert picture now. That picture actually got into Sick the Mag. So, you know, Tom Bailey, his magazine, doesn't get any better than that. I know it was for the wrong reasons, but my car, me and my brother are in Sick the Mag, so awesome. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I broke down, fuel issues, you know, the fuel pump packed in, the fuel lines were leaking, the fuel filters I had on were just garbage, the tank was full of shit, and I was just, you know, I was getting sick of it, and I could never get the car to run correctly because of all these issues. No matter how much I tried. I even took the tank out and I took it to a reputable local outfit to clean it and everything. Didn't work. It was a bag of crap. So basically I've went and replaced everything with brand new. So I've got a brand new tank in the car. I've got all brand new fuel lines plumbed in by myself, my dad, and obviously helping my brother. Fitted the full fuel injection ourselves. Really good system. So that's the biggest thing. I've also, as you know, been experimenting with Alden American. However, I drag race on Alden American this year, and I got my 60 foot down pretty well. It didn't go without issues, fuel issues again, which I'll get into in a second, but I've now fixed and found out. Long story short was, I didn't have enough fuel in the tank. Got excited with racing, so my time started going, it was starting hesitating, which is proper schoolboy error, but I didn't cut out, but you know, it really hindered the performance. Second one was the carb stud that sticks out of the throttle body, which holds the air cleaner on. It snapped clean off, so Chinese shite again, snapped completely off, and basically the secondaries were getting no air, or hardly any air, because the air cleaner actually came off and lodged itself at the back of the motor, so that was brilliant. And then the third thing, I was only getting 70% throttle, so I managed an 8.2 on the basically on the time and slip. It was no prep event, and I think it was an 18 or 8.19 with the draggy, so not too bad considering the issues. I've now made it so I've got 100% throttle. What was happening was the kickdown cable, D10 cable, that was actually restricting the throttle, but you know, you didn't really know until you got past that like 60% sort of range, 70%, where it would sort of kick down. And I just got it all fitted in time for the drag racing, so we're a bit more refined now. We've done some street pulls and, you know, been out doing some fast spirited driving, and it's working an absolute treat. The car drives unbelievable now. The transition is completely fixed. It's crisp. It starts. It's fantastic. I wish I'd done it, years ago, because now it's just a modern car. The amount of money I'd spent on the carburetors, thousands, compared to this, I should have done that a long time ago. I mean, what you can't do on this system is just unbelievable. I wasn't a DFI guy, I'll be honest with you. I'm carb through and through. I like my old school stuff. I like my big wheels. I like the old school look. I like the 70s stance and stuff like that. And there was always going to be a carburetor on top of it. But 5 carburetors, and you start to think, what the fuck's going on here? Like, I can't continue to just throw money at it. I mean, I've got a drawer over there which is just full of power valves, brand new in the pack. It's different everything. But anyway, I won't get into it. It's done now. It's working. So let me show you what I've done. And I might have to turn you around. All right, so this is it. Doesn't look any different to your normal small block Chevy, just old school cool. But if you just look underneath, you can see a nice Phytech 600 horsepower throttle body hiding under there, which was pretty awesome. Let's see if you can see from this side. There you go. Got it in the stealth black as well, so it looks the part. It's just absolutely fantastic. I'll show you inside some of the bits. So you've obviously got your tuner here. So let me. So these are just some of my gauges that I keep on, but you can just have everything, like all sorts of different settings. I mean, what more do you want? That was a cold start, so that's why the idle was hanging a little high there because of the IAC. But yeah, oh my god, like it starts, it's just on the button, it is crisp. This thing is now an absolute beast. I just love it, and I just can't get enough. I was out the other day with my brother and my wife just testing, and it's just been brilliant. So one of the biggest things I've done as well, obviously, we got rid of the fuel pump, the mechanical one. We've now got electric fuel pump at the back, all fully lined, AN and A6 lines throughout. Just absolutely fantastic. So I can't say enough about this. Just been brilliant for the car. The suspension, again, obviously Alden hooked me up with the suspension. Absolutely been fantastic. It's just worked. I've made adjustments at the track, softened the suspension, stiffened the suspension, compression and rebound, just to get us extra little, milliseconds, tenths, whatever, thousandths, and it's just been fantastic. So well done to Alden, you've made a brilliant product. Again, couldn't have done it without them. It's just been fantastic. The other thing which was hindering me at the track last time was I had a roached set of BF Goodriches on the back, and they're no good. I mean, they had no tread on them. They were drag radials, and they were a 275 60/15, which was fine for the application. They were the right size and stuff. However, they just didn't fit what I needed, and I needed to get some more. So I'll show you what I've got now. So there we go, we have them bad boys. They are a Mickey Thompson ET Street RR, I believe, or no, sorry, SS. Full drag radial in a 295 55/15. I was going to go for the 295 65/15, but I wasn't confident in the measurements, and I didn't want to really mess about with like the wheel speed and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we've got now, and it looks really cool. So got some nice big fat meats on them. My street tyres were 295 50/15 anyway, so we're only gaining 5 mil or whatever across the sidewall there. So that's brilliant. No, not 5 mil, 5% I think it is, isn't it, across the sidewall. So yeah, I am looking forward to Street Weekend. I can't wait for it. It's going to be 3 days. We're going to be doing it slightly different this time. Last time I took the van with my brother, and although it was great having the van trailing it down, I just don't think it was necessary. So this time we're going to try and stay a little bit lighter. I've bought myself a tent and an air mattress, so I don't do camping, but it is what it is. See how we go. We're just in it for the laughs this time. The quarter mile last time was a 13 dead. I think it was a 13.1 or a 13.01 quarter mile. I shut off like just before the finish line as well, because my AFR gauge was pegged 18-19. So again, because of the fuel starvation issues that I was having. So I'm pretty confident that I'll be in the 12s with this time. And that's what I'm excited for. I just want that 12-second time slip. As soon as I get that, I'll be happy. That's what I say. But yeah, what I'll do now is I'll just drop a few clips in of how the car basically reacts with the EFI, and just to show you the crispness. Alright, so we're back at base now. As you could see in the video, it's just super nice. It drives like a proper car. It's nice and mellow when you want it to be nice and mellow, and then when you want to put your foot in it and get nasty, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. It gets nasty and it's instantaneous. I have done a few little settings on here, so it's still learning, because I wanted to just adjust some of the fuel trims on after start, so when it's warmed up and you know I want to give it a little less fuel and a little more air, I don't have to take the car balls off, rejet things, move things, adjust things. I just punch some buttons on this computer here and it does it seconds. It's just like, for someone who was taking a carb apart, it felt like twice a week. This thing is fantastic. So yeah, super happy with it. But yeah, so again, sorry for the dust and the shit that you've probably just seen on the camera. I've just put my headlining in, and I haven't got all the trims in yet, so it's super dusty. I've been working in here, but yeah, I'm not normally this scruffy. But thanks for watching, and see you later.